Shenanigans.
You mean shenanigans?
Shenanigans. Evil shenanigans.
Shenanigans, right?
I don't know what the deal was around town, but fucking dead. Do you feel like that to you?
That snow day just... And, Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I guess so. Martin Luther King Day.
So that was... some people had... Well, most people had a 3-day weekend, People that have regular jobs.
That makes sense.
That don't sell stuff for a living.
Yeah, that's probably true. They probably got out and did stuff.
One of those winter trips, you know what I mean? People probably hitting the powder.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, I guess...
It snows mountain everywhere,
I guess when it snows the week before MLK weekend, then it makes sense why they'd go up in the hot hills and probably first skiing trip of the year or something.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There was snow, so not to mention 94% of our retired communities oh, it's not dangerous.
True. Yeah, there's a lot of old people.
we live in retirement communities still, let's not forget.
But I don't not like old people. I actually kind of like them. Some of them are dicks, but for the most part, they're all right. I mean, they buy.
I kind of feel like I should have a list of anywhere between 70 plus, 50 to 70, 30 to 50, and then below, and to mark down how many cool people he actually met.
Oh,
see who actually is the right age range. So turns out people from the ages of 30 to 50 are the cool motherfuckers, and anybody 50 to 70, 70 plus just a dick.
Doing our independent studies, huh?
Yeah. Science shit.
Well,
science, bitch.
Okay, who do you think it would be? Who do you think would be the coolest people to work with?
I would probably say, if I had to throw out a close enough age,
that's all I'm saying.
Between 40 and 45.
Yeah.
They still got the little young gene in them that wants to have some fun, but they're actually responsible enough to know shit and not be complete fuckheads. I don't know. It's you've seen these people, and...
So just for the record, I'll be 41 in 2 weeks.
See,
so
cool.
This is I'm in the fucking cool crowd, yo. Look at me, saying. 40, got my own studio, boom, living the big life.
Sometimes, you've probably been there before. Whenever you drive with somebody, and you're are you sure you're allowed to drive?
Oh.
They give you a license.
That's the sad part about the car business, man. You have to go on test drives. Okay, now not a horrible thing, but there's some people that kind of scary. And you know what you have to do? You have to be great with it. Oh, no, that's cool. Everyone does that. Let's not stay between the mayonnaise and the mustard there, fella.
You can't grab on.
No. If you're gonna grab on, you do it early. As soon as you get in the car,
just hold on to it the whole time.
Yep.
This is my comfort zone.
And that's what you say. See, I'm usually like this and like this on the door if it gets crazy.
Because you're ready to just flop out.
Also, I'm kind of fat, so I like to be snug in the back. I'm safer usually because if there's some type of collision, it's probably going to be a forward or a rollover, and I'm fluffy, so I'll bounce back.
Just keep the body relaxed.
Hey,
Zach
Galifianakis. Dude, a person I know. I'm not going to say who it is because it may be embarrassing for folks that I know. Was driving one time and hit this little girl on a bicycle. Blat! And this little girl broke the antenna off, rolled, boom, broke her leg. And she wasn't going that fast, but she was riding her bike and jumping through the ditch. And basically, the doctor said if she was thin, she would have died. But because she was a chunky, portly girl, she survived it.
Fat kids are hard to kidnap.
Dude, they're hard to kill. They're hard to kidnap. Grow yourself a fat kid. When they hit puberty, let them grow out of it. You'll be all right. No one tries to steal your kids. They don't want to go to Michael Jackson's house.
Hey, what's up?
Are we taking calls? All right.
No, I'm not. Do you need a car? Money never sleeps. I can't not.
No. We work every day.
Yeah.
My phone's on.
When my phone's gone this morning, I'm like, what if I have customers?
My phone's on.
What if you... And I would be pissed. If I lost the deal, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, we went somewhere else because you didn't respond. I'd have freaked out.
If I had someone get a hold of me right now, I'd just be like, I'd get a hold of someone at the lot and be like, here, handle it. But I'd like to know ahead of time so I don't, It's not that you think someone's going to get you. It's just if you don't know, you don't know.
Well, and I'd rather prepare somebody for it. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to be working with somebody. They're like, oh yeah, so I'm here to see Corey, by the way, but he's not here today, so he told me to come and see whoever. I'd rather be like, hey, this guy.
I've got so and so ready for you. Yeah. He's going to pull the car up for you.
And it just sounds like we're cooler people.
Yeah, well, at least you're transferring a little bit of trust over.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. The car business is tough because people just don't trust you, and that's okay. They don't have to. They've got the internet.
Well, it's hard enough whenever we don't trust ourselves, within ourselves.
Well,
That's the big problem.
true. But I think our group's good.
There's a couple kinks, I think, but I mean, for the most part, like I got.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I've never been burnt by anybody too bad or anything like that. But like I said, we get along just fine with it. I think we have the same attitude about it, though. We're like, hey, let's just make the deal. Whatever. Everybody wins. Calm down.
That's right. That's the thing. Don't forget, we want to sell you that car as much as you want to buy that car.
Yeah,
I promise.
As much as I've been in sales, that's what I always taught everybody. If we work together, it'll be way easier. You know what I mean? If you see somebody selling 5 phones to somebody and you got to hop in there and help and make no commission off it, do it, because I promise they're going to help you out later.
That's right.
And that's the whole mentality I've always tried to have and teach, you know what I mean, as being a manager and stuff. And
sure.
I think it's even worse in the car business. I mean, sure,
absolutely.
You can play cutthroat if you want to, but you're just shooting yourself in the foot every time.
The more you help out others, the more, when the time comes, you're going to get the help you need.
Yeah.
So, it's best to pay it forward than try to catch it up.
That, and at least I don't have to worry about, I don't ever get called into the freaking office to get told how I did something wrong, because I know I never did anything wrong like that.
Yeah.
Hey, you burnt somebody on this deal. No, I didn't.
No.
That's not the one, bud.
Well, and that's the thing. It's the question who are you? Are you the type of guy that looks for a reason to put someone on a deal? Or are you the type of person that looks for a reason to take someone off?
Yeah.
I've never been the guy that goes, if I can figure out a way to get off. No. I mean, I've joked about it for fun, but I've never actually you're not on this. That's kind of mean.
Just walk by somebody. Hey, first off, right? No, Corey. I know.
For those of you that don't know the car business, if you
Luckies.
If you have a salesperson and there's more than one salesperson involved, then they split the deal. Well, the first salesperson you talk to, if it doesn't feel like the second guy did his job right or whoever, then they can, if they close the deal at the end and do the final paperwork, they can get rid of the other guy and just keep the whole thing. First on, last on.
AKA Dick Move.
It's AKA El Dico El Movo.
El Dico El Movo.
Yeah, that's Spanish.
It's the Dick, the Move.
The Move El Dico. So don't do those things. If you're a car person, greed, I understand greed, but it doesn't, in the end, it doesn't help you.
I think that people will learn one day, you know what I mean, whenever you don't. I mean, I would just tell people to try it, you know what I mean? Try for a month not to be a greedy bastard. Tell me if your day doesn't get brighter.
It's so much better. And it's tough, too, because you're around some people that may be that way, and so you feel like you have to compete. But you don't.
You gotta teach yourself just not to be jaded by it,
That's right.
I'm the same way too. I'm running across the store. Do you want anything? Yeah, give me a soda. You know what I mean? I'll come back and be like, so where's my $1.92?
No,
I hate those people.
Give,
give
if you can. Give.
And it's funny too because I can always tell the people, that's what I naturally do. So whenever I ask to go to the store, I don't never ask for money. I say I'm going to the store, and I can always tell the difference in people whenever whenever they're going to the store, and I'm like, oh yeah, grab me this, you know what I mean? And then they come stand by you, and I'm like, did you want $1?
Who carries cash?
Yeah, you can always tell those type of people. I'm like, let's not be that way.
But whoever carries, and the problem is, I never have cash on me.
Never.
I literally have no dollar, not even one, right?
Not $1.
So I try to keep a little cash from time to time in case I need to do something. But yeah, but I usually don't ask unless I got $1 to pay for it, or I'll be like, hey, I'm broke. You helping? Is this?
Like I said, I believe the whole paying it forward thing.
Sure.
I think it works out well that way.
Yeah.
Life's too damn short to worry about your $1.94. Yeah. I was more mad whenever they raised the deposit up 10 cents because I didn't recycle. I still don't really recycle. Sorry, America. Sorry, tree
Don't be sorry. Our waste just ends up in the ocean. So we shipped it to. We shipped it to Indochina, and they just dumped it in the ocean and said thank you for recycling, and we created a bunch of taxes.
Well, if those frogs, those xeno frogs,
swim on over, xeno frogs.
We'll just start dumping them in the ocean by the billions.
Dude,
eat everything.
That I got to thinking, and that kind of reminds me of the GI Joe's nanotechnology. I'm a huge hit out there. I know I got all these people, but
but hey, man, that's a little shit that comes back and bites you in the ass later on.
Do you think?
Yeah.
We want our 38 cents. Oh. Okay.
Anyway, put a pin in that real quick, but you got to watch that trailer. Totally worth it.
Okay.
I'm a huge movie buff. That's one of my favorite things in the world. And the comic, I was a comic book fan growing up my whole life too. You know, I guess everybody in the ghetto was a comic book fan. We watched anime and comic books because it was like the escape. It's I swear to God, man, every hood motherfucker I knew in my life was all like, man, did you see that new Dragon Ball Z? You wouldn't think it, but like the hood loves anime and comic books, man. It goes back to Wu-Tang, all that type of stuff.
A buddy of mine growing up, I think his favorite character was Ghost Rider. And so that Ghost Rider he like did one on my buddy's ankle when we were like teenagers and stuff. So, but I guess that makes sense if you come from a place where you
want the escape, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And once it's just like anything else in America or the world for that matter. Once 10 kids are doing it, 20 kids are going to do it. Once
Yeah.
20 kids are doing it, 100 kids are doing
You
it.
mean shenanigans?
Shenanigans. Evil shenanigans.
Shenanigans, right?
Shenanigans.